Morning, students. In today's session, we are going to continue the poem Snake, written by D.H. Lawrence. And truly, I was afraid, I was most afraid. But even so, Harnett still more that he should seek my hospitality from out the dark door of the secret earth. So we know what is the context of the poem. So here, the poet sees a snake, the speaker sees the snake. And at that moment, no, I think three questions that come to his mind. First one is, why doesn't he disturb the snake, or why doesn't he kill the snake? The reason is it because of cowardice, or because of perversity, or it is humility? So he says it is because of humility. He feels so honored to have the snake here. He wants to treat the snake as his guest. Right. And his inner voice again says, if you are not afraid, you should kill him. But actually, he's afraid, and he says he's the most afraid person. But even so, Harnett, no, so he's worrying a lot because he has seen a snake. Moreover, he feels so Harnett because he wants to provide some kind of offer some kind of hospitality to the snake, because the snake is drinking water. He doesn't want to disturb the snake while it is having water. That he should seek my hospitality. He is in the position of a host to treat the snake kindly, because it has come from the dark door of the secret earth. What is this? Mysterious underworld of nature, which represents a dark, unconscious place that exists beyond, human civilization. It has come out of a place that, no, he has never visited the place. Ilya, am I right? He drank enough and lifted his head dreamily as one who has drunken, and flickered his tongue like a forked night on the air, so black, seeming to lick his lips, and looked around like a god unseeing into the air, and slowly turned his head, and slowly, very slowly, as if thrice a dream, proceeded to draw his slow length curving round and climb again the broken bank of my wall face. So now it has completed drinking water. He drank enough. He has completed drinking enough water. And after that, he lifts his head. He refers to snake here. He lifts his head. Actually, if someone has drunken, just we can imagine, he seems to be a drunken person, and flickered his tongue like a forked night on the air. So here, what is this? Flickering is nothing but to keep going on and off. It comes out and goes inside, comes out and goes inside. Fork the night. So here, snakes flickering, the black split tongue. It denotes the color, dark color of the tongue, which is compared to the night. Okay. Seeming to lick his lips. So after having completed, what kind of action that is being completed by the snake here? He had enough water, am I right? He licks his lips after that and looked around like a god unseeing into the air. So here he seems to be a god to the eyes of the narrator. Speaker. Unseeing. What does this unseeing means? With one's eyes open. Someone is keeping their eyes open, but they don't know what is happening exactly. They don't I'm seeing all. I am able to notice what he's doing, what she's doing. I know everything. But here, unseeing means with one's eyes open, but without noticing what is happening, what that person is seeing in front of his eyes. Okay. And slowly turned his head, and slowly, very slowly, as if thrice a dream. So now he starts to move his head slowly, very slowly. Proceeded to draw his slow length curving round and climb again the broken bank of my wall face. What does this wall face means? Vertical or exposed surface of a wall. So here, slowly after moving the body, snake tries to go through the wall surface. And as he put his head into the dreadful hole, and as he slowly drew up, snake easing his shoulders, and he entered farther, a sort of horror, a sort of protest against his Deliberately going into the blackness and slowly drawing himself after, overcame me. Now his back was turned. So here he starts to move. He starts to move through a dreadful hole, black hole. And as he slowly drew up, snake, he starts moving his entire body, making his shoulders convenient. Does the snake have shoulders? First question. Yes? No, no. So here he goes, no, he just starts moving. And the sort of hurry, a sort of protest against it. So here, what does the speaker do? No? He doesn't like the snake moving through the horrid black hole. He is horrified and a sort of protest. He doesn't want that snake to move through the hole. Okay, deliberately going in. So here, the snake willingly goes through the hole. That is, that particular action is made deliberately. And slowly drawing himself after, overcame me. Now his back, everything is over. Only he is able to see the back part of the snake. Clear? He is not able to see the entire body of the snake. Only back part is visible to the speaker. Clear? I looked round. I put down my pitcher. I picked up a clumsy log and threw it at the water trough with a clatter. So here now the speaker, he gets his senses. He wants to do something. He keeps his pitcher down. What is a pitcher? Large container to hold up for, what is that? Water. Yep, I picked up a clumsy log. What do you mean by clumsy log? Broken log. He takes a broken log and he throws the log at the back part of the snake, the water trough with a clatter. What do you mean by clatter here? With a sound, with a rattling sound. Continuous rattling sound is known as. Okay. I think it did not hit him. So he knows that his intention is not to hurt the snake, but he doesn't want the snake move out of his place, move through the hole. And he makes it sure that his act of stopping him or act of throwing the log at the snake is not disturbing or is not hurting the snake. But suddenly that part of him was left behind, convulsed in an undignified haste, withered like lightning, and was gone into the black hole, and earth lit a fissure in the wall front, at which, in the intense still noon, I stared with fascination. So here the remaining part is that part, it suffers violent, what is an involuntary contrast. It is not made by the snake actually. It is the snake is making it move because of the attack that is made by the speaker. So it suffers, he suffers violent involuntary, what is that? Contraction of the muscles, that is known as convulsion. In an undignified haste. That speaker is not able to understand the speed now, how much speed the snake is making that action. Withered like lightning and was gone. What is this? It is something, it seems like a lightning effect. Now the snake is not visible. It has gone to the black hole completely. Yet led a fissure in the wall front, which the intense still noon. So here he's not able to see where he is going, how the path is that. So he's not having any idea about the path that is taken by the snake through the hole, but he is only able to witness that he has gone. The snake has gone. He's standing there with a kind of fascination, he says, with a kind of attraction, that is the effect that has been given by, what is that? Snake. And immediately I regretted it. I thought, how paltry, how vulgar, what mean acts. I despised myself and the voices of my accursed human education. And I thought of the albatross, and I wished he would come back, my snake. So here, now he regrets for that action that he has made. He has disturbed the snake. Am I right? Actually, the snake, at that moment, snake was an idea to move out of the place. While it was moving, he disturbed the snake by throwing a log at him. Am I right? I thought this kind of action, he describes the kind of action as paltry. What is that? Meager act, mean act. Okay. I despise myself and the voices of my accursed human education. So he feels, no, what a kind of content or deep, what is that, regret. And he curses, no, he curses or condemns his own education that gives him a voice to kill the snake. And I thought of the albatross. Albatross, what do you mean by albatross? A seabird that brings good luck or good omen and guides trapped mariners to continue their journey. That comes in the poem, The Rime of an Ancient Mariner by Coleridge. Okay, here the poet compares that albatross, the seabird, which brings good luck, with that snake. So here in the poem, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner, the mariner, what is that? He kills that bird. Here he also is performing a kind of action which disturbed this snake. Okay, and I wish he would come back, my snake. So he wants to have the snake again in his place. Okay. For he seemed to me again like a king in exile, uncrowned in the underworld, and now due to be crowned again. So here he considers that snake as a king. So here the king is in that, the snake is a king in that underworld. Here he wants to, what is that? He wants to crown the king again in this world. Okay. And so I miss my chance with one of the lords of life, and I have something to expiate, a pettiness. What is this? So he feels like he has missed a very, very good opportunity to have or show more kindness to the snake. Okay, I have something to expiate. What is this? Expiate means making amendments or reparation for guilt or what is it? Wrongdoing. A pettiness, he feels like pettiness. What is this? Undue concern with trivial matters. So what kind of action is this? I missed a very good chance, he feels. Yeah. What kind of, what is that? Literary devices are used by the poet in this poem. Personification is there. The snake is given human-like qualities. Am I right? Do you agree with me or not? And he is treated as a guest or a king in exile. Am I right? In the last answer also we have seen, no? Last but one. Like a king in exile, uncrowned in the underworld, now due to be crowned again. So he's given human-like qualities. And simile has been used by the poet. He says, the snake is a king in exile. He's like a god. As cattle do, as, what is that? As drinking cattle do on the first page. Miss it. We have seen, no? Alliteration is there. Repetition of initial consonant sounds with respect to this poem. Initial yes and H sounds, creating a kind of sibilant, what kind of atmosphere? Sibilant or quiet atmosphere. Then allusion is there. Allusion. What do you mean by allusion? Indirect or a passing reference in literature. So here we can find that reference with that of albatross, which is from the poem The Rime of the Ancient Mariner by Coleridge. He is comparing albatross with that snake. This kind of what is it? Device is known as allusion. So here he suggests a curse of sin against the mariner. He just he did something wrong by killing that albatross. Here he had disturbed the snake, which is merely a curse of sin for him. That is his nature. Imagery is the imagery. Do you find imagery? So yes, use vivid descriptions like dark doors of the secret earth or burning bubbles of the earth. So these are the examples of imagery used by the poet in this poem. Now let us see some of the discussion questions with respect to this poem. Question number 1. How does the description of the snake's retreat into the dark black hole contrast with its earlier majestic description? Question number 2. Why does the poet make a reference to Coleridge, The Rime of Ancient Mariner? Okay. I'll explain the thing in Tamil now. Page number 3. Okay. சார் அவருக்கு தெரியறது இல்லை எதனால அவரை கொலை பண்ண முடியல இல்ல அடிக்க முடியல அப்படின்னு அவருக்கு தெரியறது. இதுல 3 ரீசன்ல என்ன ஹியூமிலிட்டின்னு சொல்லிடுறாரு இல்லையா. அவருக்கு இன்னும் பயத்தை காட்டுல என்ன இருக்கு, அத கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சம் கூட நல்லா அதை ட்ரீட் பண்ணுங்கிற ஒரு ஃபீல் அவர்கிட்ட இருக்கு. அகைன் என்ன பண்றாரு, அது பார்த்துட்டே இருக்காரு, வாட்ச் பண்றாரு. தண்ணி சாப்பிட்டு முடிச்சிருக்காரு, என்ன பண்றது, தலையை லைட்டா தூக்கி பாக்குறது. பாக்குறப்ப குடிச்சிட்டு இருக்கிறவங்க எல்லாம் என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, அந்த மாதிரி கொஞ்சம் இருக்கு அது ஃபீல் பண்றது. தென் அகைன் அது பிளிக்கர் பண்றது, டங் வெளியில வந்துட்டு வந்துட்டு வந்து டக்கு டக்குன்னு போயிட்டே இருக்கு. அது பார்த்துட்டே இருக்கு, அது காட் மாதிரி இருக்கு. தன்னை சுத்தி நடக்கிறத வாட்ச் பண்றது. பட் ஆனா கூட ஒன்னொன்னே ரொம்ப கீன் அப்சர்வேஷன் அதனால பண்ண முடியல. அத இவர் பாக்குறாரு. ரொம்ப ஸ்லோவா தலையை தூக்குறது, அப்படியே மெதுவா ஒரு ஒரு மெதுவா நகர்ந்துட்டு எங்க போறது, broken bank of my wall face அந்த சர்ஃபேஸ் எங்க உடைஞ்சிருக்கோ அந்த வழியா போறதுக்கு ட்ரை பண்றது. சரியா, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வந்து தலையை அதுக்குள்ள ட்ரெட்ஃபுல் ஹோல்குள்ள விட்டுட்டு அப்படியே வரிசையா போறதுக்கு பாக்குறது. மெதுவா போறது, போயிட்டே இருக்கு. இவருக்கு அது பிடிக்கல. ஸ்னேக் வந்து அந்த ஹோல் வழியா போறது அவரால பார்க்க முடியல. ஒரு ஹாரர் வந்துடுறது, ப்ரொடெஸ்ட் பண்ணணும்னு நினைக்கிறாரு, ஏதாவது பண்ணணும்னு மைண்ட்ல ஓடிட்டே இருக்கு. அது டெலிபரேட் ஆக்ஷன் தான், அது வழியா தான் அது வந்திருக்கு, அது வழியா தான் போகணும், அது தெரிஞ்ச விஷயம் தான். பட் இவருக்கு அது பின்னாடிதான் பாக்குறாரு. ஸ்னேக்க வந்து ஃப்ரண்ட் ஃபேஸ் பார்த்தாச்சு, இப்போ பின்னாடி வழியா பாக்குறச்சு அவருக்கு அவ்வளவு நேரம் அவருக்கு தோணாத ஒரு விஷயம் தோன்றது. என்ன பண்றாரு, சுத்தி கித்தி பார்த்துட்டு கையில இருக்க குடத்தை கீழே வச்சுட்டு என்ன பண்றாரு, ஒரு உடஞ்ச கட்டையை கம்பு எடுத்து என்ன பண்றாரு, அது மேல தூக்கி எறிஞ்சு. தூக்கி எறிஞ்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் வேகமா அந்த வாட்டர் கிராஃப்ட்ல ஒரு சத்தத்தோட டக்குன்னு ஒரு சத்தத்தோட போடுறாரு. டிஸ்டர்ப் பண்ணல, அது மேல ஹர்ட் ஆகல. நானும் அந்த சத்தம், அந்த எஃபெக்ட், வைப்ரேஷன் என்ன பண்றது, வேகமா அது பாடி உள்ள கொண்டு போகும். நார்மல் ஸ்பீட்ல போறதுக்கும் இந்த கட்டை விழுந்ததுனால டக்குன்னு போகும் இல்லையா, அதான் கன்வல்ஷன். வேகமா அந்த இன்வாலண்டரியா கான்ட்ராக்ட் பண்றது. செகண்ட்ல என்ன பண்றது, ஒரு நிமிஷத்துல அப்படி செகண்ட்ல என்ன ஆயிடுது, லைட்னிங் செகண்ட் தானே வந்துட்டு உடனே போகும். அந்த மாதிரி அது சடன் எங்க வந்ததுன்னு தெரியல, போன இடமும் தெரியல. அந்த மாதிரி இவரு சுத்தி ஒரு புரியவே இல்லை மாதிரி ஃபேசினேஷனா என்ன நடக்குதுன்னு அப்படி நின்று பார்த்துட்டே இருக்காரு. அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் அவருக்கு புரியாது, தப்பு பண்ணிட்டோமோ, அதுவே உள்ள போயிடுமே, நம்ம எதுக்கு இப்ப போய் கம்பது, அதாவது உள்ள வர வந்திருக்கவே அவர் அடிச்சதுன்னா சரி ஏதோ ஒரு சேஃப்டிக்கு பண்ணலாம்னு சொல்லுவோம். அது குடிச்சிட்டு போய் பாதி உள்ள போயிடுது. அதுக்கப்புறம் எதுக்கு பண்ணிருக்கணும்னு அவருக்கு ரொம்ப மீன் ஆக்ட், ரொம்ப சின்னத்தனமான வேலை, இது கூட பண்ணக்கூடாது, கேவலமான ஒரு வேலைன்னு அவர் நினைக்கிறார். தென் எல்லாம் யோசனை பண்றாரு. இதை வந்து ரைம் ஆஃப் ஏன்ஷியன் மேரினர்ல வந்து ஆல்பட்ராஸ் எப்படி அவங்க மேரினர்ஸ், அது ஆக்சுவலி இது குட் லக் அவங்களுக்கு கொடுத்துருக்கோம். அதை பார்த்துதான் அவங்களுக்கு நல்லது நடக்கும் போது நினைச்சுட்டே இருப்பாங்க மேரினர்ஸ். திடீர்னு என்ன பண்ணிருப்பான், அதை கொண்டுடும். அதே மாதிரி இதை வந்து நம்ம கொண்டுட்டோமோ, இங்க இருந்தோ ஒரு இதுல இருந்து நமக்கு வந்திருக்கா, அங்க இருந்து நம்ம தேடி வந்து தண்ணி குடிக்கிறது நம்ம அந்த ஏன்ஷியன் மேரினர் டிஸ்டர்ப் பண்ணாம கொன்ன மாதிரி நம்ம டிஸ்டர்ப் பண்ணிட்டோமேன்னு அவர் ஃபீல் பண்ற. அது அழகா ஒரு கிங் மாதிரி இருந்தது. ஓகே, அங்க அண்டர் கிரவுண்ட்ல என்ன இருக்குது, கிங் இன் எக்ஸைல் மாதிரி இருக்கு. இங்க வந்து அண்டர் வேர்ல்ட்ல இருந்து இங்க வந்து இந்த வேர்ல்ட்ல அதை கிரவுன் பண்ணிருக்கலாமே, அதை நம்ம கொண்டாடி இருக்கலாமே இவர் நினைக்கிறாரு. ஓகே, இப்ப ரொம்ப நம்ம சான்ஸை மிஸ் பண்ணிட்டோம், நம்ம தேவையில்லாம ரொம்ப கவலைப்பட்டு இருக்காரு, என்ன பண்றது அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி. சரியா, I hope you all have understood this poem clearly. We'll meet in next semester. Okay, thank you.